Roshni, what the team two?
Astha and Tanvi.
Asa and Tanvi, could you please let us know what your story was? We're very curious. Asta and Tanvi, could you please brief up your story to us?
Yeah, our story is about just about a person that makes wishes, except um, her wish doesn't really come true, except she makes wishes for everyone else.
That's an interesting story. Well, we just hope you get your results soon. Or the next team, Roshni, please tell the team names, and all of you could start telling us what your stories are.
Team 4, Arushi and Akshaya. Team 4, Arushi and Akshaya, could you please brief us about your story?
So basically, our story is called The Wish of Tears, and it is about a girl who actually works very hard for her exam, but she fails and she discovers the factory of the shooting star, and she wishes for never like a lot of wisdom, but then she realizes that it doesn't bring her happiness. It doesn't fix her problems. So the only way she could fix her problems is by getting inner peace and accepting herself.
Thank you. Team 5, Divya Tarak and Divya Vijaykrishnan, could you please brief us about your story?
Sure. So our story is actually about a dystopian society where each person has a different class, and according to their class, they have a number written on their clothes. So it basically follows this man called Price, who works at a star making factory, and he gets incredibly tired of making stars for elite people or ones, as he is a five. He's the lowest class, and he decides to steal a star so he can make an elite wish, because the greater your class is, the greater the wish you can make. And he gets found by the man who owns the factory and also turns out to be the dictator of his planet. And in a twist, he also turns out to be the murderer of his sister, because he used to be a mercenary. And in the epilogue of the story, Price basically uses a star to wish that he becomes the man who killed his sister, so that he owns the factory and he goes higher up in society.
Thank you. Team 7, Raima and Radhika, could you please brief us about your story?
Our story is it's a simple story. It's about this girl who, in a dream state, she meets her mother who had originally passed, and her mother tells her about things that she used to tell her when she was still alive, like how when people pass, they go to the stars, and that the stars that you wish
organize, and she like tried to help build playgrounds and other stuff for children to be able to play during the winter months, and all like covered things, because it was a remote area. So that was the basic theme of our story.
Thank you. Team 18, Jashmita and Ruchi.
Right, Elise, whose mother passed away, and she's basically reminiscing about how she used to go stargazing with her mother, and she feels like sort of brought down by the fact that everyone around her seems to want her to like get over it already. And at the end, Shooting Star shows up, but she's not sure if it's one or not. But she tries to be optimistic and pretend like it was one, and she wishes for her mother to be happy wherever she is.
Thank you. And lastly, we have Sebanti and Vignesh.
Yes, so our story is about this wish granting factory called Shooting Stars, and one of its employees, a very ordinary but extraterrestrial being called Bob. Now, during Christmas every year, Bob goes out to deliver presents via ship. Bob is a really big threat to humanity, an asteroid. Will Bob be able to save the world? Read more to find out.
Thank you so much, Subhanti. I'm sure we all are very interested and curious to see what the ending is. So I would now like to share a video with all of you. It's a video from our sponsors without whom this event would not have been possible without. Please tell me if you can see the video. Can all of you see my screen?
Yeah.